Alright guys, let's make an update on the price of Bitcoin. First of all, the week is green again, and we have this green 9 by TD sequential indicator, and of course not necessarily plays out because like we had, for example, green 9 here, although I wouldn't say that it was valid because the volatility was very low here. But of course there are cases when it doesn't play out, or here for example there was another part of the rally. But on the other hand, here it was 9 which played out. Of course here it was 9 which played out with a huge correction, and even at the rally was in 2013, it actually was at the very top of the price, so we should pay attention to that. Of course we have the whole week in front of us, but if we have something like this kind of candle during this week with a huge upper shadow, I will not be surprised. Another point which I would like to show is the kind of a correlation, or at least how the dominance of Bitcoin performs with respect to the price of Bitcoin. So in 2018 and beginning of 19th, we had this kind of a bearish situation, and the dominance was growing. Then it was this kind of a formation, triangular formation, which didn't go, the dominance chart didn't go much up or down, but just before the price start to go up with this kind of exponential behavior, we saw the dominance of Bitcoin also going up with a little slowdown at the intermediate point when the altcoins also tried to catch up, and then finally we had this $14,000 per Bitcoin, and it followed with this bearish situation which we had after that. So it seems to me that currently we have it in a very similar manner. So after this period we had this lowest point in the dominance, and then we had this exponential rise in the price of Bitcoin. The dominance started to go up as well. This drop in dominance, again, some altcoins, a lot of altcoins are very green these days, so very similar to what happened here. And then we had another part of the rise in the price of Bitcoin. So on the one hand, it seems like we are having this situation which is pretty bullish because we are expecting to have even more rise in price of Bitcoin. But on the other hand, I'm just worrying that this situation might happen again, and we end up with the same bearish condition. Like we had this pretty painful situation with the drop like about 70%. So if the same happens again, well, it will be pretty painful. Okay, in a short term, I would say that we are having this rising channel. We had 1, 2, 3 accumulation zones or reaccumulation zones. So it is natural to expect that we have the decision point at the moment when the price hits the support line of this channel. Well, currently we're actually breaking it to the upside, so maybe it will not wait until that point and we actually see something new, maybe another test of this resistance. But generally this is pretty bullish, but just keep in mind all other aspects, like every extremely exponential, extremely fast growth cannot last forever. So of course we are all very happy that it is happening. However, it might happen that we would have to pay for this growth the same way as we paid for this growth. But in any case, let's hope that we will not see anything dramatic, but just similar corrections as we had in 2017, for example, 30–40%. It's nothing really dangerous. It's just the chance to accumulate more, maybe speculate a little bit. So let's hope for that. And that is it for today, guys. I hope that it was useful, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.